blinded by the light. Excuse me. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. But I still remember everything I need to do, so let's go. Let's scroll you up, and then fuck. There you are. Alright, I tweeted it out, and then I'm gonna post it here. And then, where's T? There it is. Post it there. And then finally, post it here and join VC. Send now. Fuck you. There we go. Alright, let's take a look over here. Close this ad. Because fuck your Alienware. Here. If I had the choice as to decide what ads would be playing on my shit, Alienware would not be at the top of my list. Let me tell you that right now. Alright. So let's see who shows up. And if nobody shows up, I'll just go back to my server.
내 속에 있는 공룡의 힘을 보여주겠어.
오벨리스크 블루의 실력을 뼈저리게 느끼게 해주지.
듀얼!
내가 할 차례.
You're an obelisk blue because your parents gave a hand job to the chairman.
공격 표시로 소환. 해서 장착 마법 발동.
Oh, that's not good.
차례를 넘기겠다.
No me gusta.
공룡의 힘을 봐라, 사우루스. 드로우!
Luckily for me, I still have regenerating health, bitch.
몬스터를 세트.
And my
차례를
turn.
마친다.
내가 할 차례다. 드로우 하겠어. 몬스터를 공격 표시로 소환.
I do hope people show up because I've been wanting to
공격.
I've been wanting to talk about that new trailer that dropped for Borderlands 3.
차례를 넘기겠다.
I actually do hope that
내 차례다.
I'm kind of disappointed because it looks like it's just going to be another 4 characters. Oh, boomst. Hello? If other people, oh wait, Aquanas, Loose Juice, I can't hear you guys. Ah shit, someone's dying.
Hello? Man, I was on push to talk and I don't know why. No, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, apparently it's gonna be a whole pretty fucking radically different than what these other Borderlands games were mechanically. Like you can kind of customize your guns and shit.
Yeah, but I was hoping, and like, so at the end of the pre-sequel, they were like, "Oh yeah, war's coming, get ready," and all that shit. And so I'm like, "Oh, cool." So maybe that means the next game will be an MMO. Oh, like, because when I think war, I don't think another 4. Well, no, when I think war or Across the Galaxies is like with multiple vaults. I don't think like, oh, let's pull out another 4 characters. I think oh, this will be a good time for them to like enable like making your own characters and shit.
Well, the last game wasn't actually the pre-sequel. It's the fucking what's it called?
Tales from the Borderlands, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
The last one chronologically, I guess.
Yes, it's the pre-sequel.
You're right. At the end of
And not the pre-sequel, the fucking Tales of game. Because those characters are going to make an appearance there and shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Guess I need to.
That game.
Guess I need to play it a lot sooner than I thought.
You need to play with this nuts.
No,
Hey, you got a Switch?
I do not have a Switch.
Oh, that's too bad. You have a great soy face one.
Fuck you, Aquanas.
What?
What? That is This is an insult. Oh, if I've ever heard one. A soy face. Fuck you. Fuck you, nigga.
You saw the picture of one photoshopped.
Yes, I know. I have seen that. And I'm still upset about it.
Also, hello, Lucy.
What's up, my man?
I'm playing Smash.
Shit.
I'm feeling the smash your ass, boy.
Smashing that boy puss.
It sounds like you got some
Stop.
competition, Blake.
Stop. Oh my god.
Blake, aren't you gay? You should.
I mean, he's a bisexual. He had a wife.
Yes.
He is a
I had a
he
wife.
is a bike sexual.
Shut the fuck up. I had a wife. Now I have a boyfriend.
몬스터로 공격.
Is
Wait,
he
what was,
gay?
Like,
what was so wrong with what I said?
Bite sexual? What the fuck?
차례를
Huh,
마친다.
nigga.
Yes,
That's not.
yes, a bike sexual.
들어하겠어. 차례를 넘기게.
Anyway,
운명을 위해서라도
fucking
질수
Awoozy.
없어. 내
Dude,
차례다.
we were talking about Borderlands 3 and how I was hoping, and like from the trailer, it just looks like another. Or oh, we're gonna drop 4 more characters. Or is it
yo,
you'll play as those?
all I need to say is Borderlands in 2019.
몬스터를 일반 소환.
I know.
I'll play it. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
Remember,
I'll probably top it too.
Of course you would.
remember when Anthony Birch's wife cheated on him, and so was Wii U?
다이렉트 어택이다.
What?
Wait,
Please.
she actually took his Wii U? Are you serious?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think he did.
What?
He did.
Did that make him feel empowered as a feminist?
쳐봐야 소용없어.
Probably.
다이렉트 어택이다.
Oh my god. Ah, that's news to me. Holy shit.
Also, Blake, I would like to know we got a new underage trainee in this server. Please don't groom him.
Oh, for God's sake. Fuck off.
일하게 혹독함을
Fuck off. Kiss my ass, a lot of you.
You already have a man slave to do that for you.
No, he is the ass kisser.
Shit, yeah, that's right.
How is that? What? God damn it.
Oh, he ate the poo poo.
No.
Wait,
Eat the poo poo. Eat the
We will not
poo-poo.
allow this in Uganda.
What?
I said we will not allow this in Uganda. Oh wait, is somebody muted? Is that why? Oh.
I am.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh wait, no, he muted himself.
Poor Caesar.
당할 내가 아니라고.
You need to come in here with your pants down and your ass up.
I'm trying to fucking kill you.
I'm talking to Caesar, not you.
But I know what you're referencing. You're a piece of shit.
Wait, what?
내 차례다.
I don't know.
What the fuck am I referencing?
I don't know. I'm not saying it on stream.
들어.
Nigga, say it.
That fucking cringy shit from before.
블랙 벨럭키.
What cringy shit? Are you talking about your fucking sex with Caesar?
Fuck off.
Because I was not talking about that
Oh, thank God.
at all.
Your pony shit.
I mean, if we want to talk about it, I mean,
No,
I'm
thank
game
you.
차례를 마친다.
yeah,
So
Don't make
how did
this
it feel to So how did it feel when you asked an egg to brush his teeth and call you daddy?
What?
The egg.
What egg?
Guys, I found this awesome aged up Dora the Explorer porn. It's fucking Kino.
Would you
God
would you
damn it,
describe-
Dylan.
Yo, would you describe it as Victor?
차례를 덮어두겠다.
What the actual fuck, Dylan?
I would like to.
This is the.
I would like to tell you, Dylan, that I already
involve
warned him about
Swiper.
the 15-year-old trans in the server.
He what?
I already warned him of the the 15-year-old trans in the server.
What the
and
fuck
how
are you
should,
even on about?
Yeah, heads up, Blake. We're not gonna let you take this one. I call dibs.
Some refugees from a Joe Dinius server came over here. And there was a 16-year-old tranny.
Oh jeez.
So yeah, do not diddle him.
Oh, diddle me.
I'm already taking you pieces of shit.
I don't know, you gays have
so
kind
I
of a
heard-
nasty
I heard.
reputation.
It's taken by a big black man named Jamal.
No, you know. In the
I
chat.
can't believe you are the Jamal in this Discord. Caesar.
Oh
I
Jesus
can't
fuck.
believe you consider
I'm
yourself a big black man.
Jesus fuck.
God damn it, which one is it? Is it Mexican? Is it Caesar? Is it Italian? What is
Oh,
it?
you guys keep saying I'm Mexican. That's why.
This is my first stream in fucking how long on end.
And it's already
Gone to hell.
it's already great.
Man,
나와라. 메가로 스페셜 X.
and but what about them feet calendar?
The what?
I don't know.
There-
I don't want to know.
I found
I'm scared.
on Cafe Press that there were just there's like a foot calendar and for some reason a baby foot calendar.
You know who has that? Probably Dan Schneider.
Dan Snyder.
Yo, remember when
Dan
Dan
get in the
Schneider?
van Schneider.
You remember
Do
when
you think
진하게 혹독하면
You
Do you think
remember-
Dan
Hang on.
Do you
Owen's-
remember when Do you remember when Dan Schneider made that fucking contest for kids to send him their feet?
God. How the fuck? You did. How the fuck? How did he get away with that? Like, how the? Who the
And
fuck
how
did
can
Nick?
you replicate it?
How the fuck could Nick have looked at that and be like, "Yeah, this is totally normal"? Like,
Probably
what the
'cause-
actual fuck?
Probably because their logo was also foot for a while.
Yeah,
I'll
who
be
do you
honest.
think it was responsible for that one? Jesus Christ!
I'll be
They're
honest.
stinky and funny.
I'll be honest. Probably got away with it because he's Jewish.
he probably got away with it because of money?
Yeah.
Money and
Hey,
Jewish.
So
Jesus.
yeah, being Jewish.
You know, Harvey get in the shower gives me power Weinstein.
I know it's mostly like just memes and shit, but real talk, I don't think Dan Schneider ever actually did anything.
자, 어디 덤벼 보시죠.
Just looks like a creep.
I think he's just a fat dude,
머리는 진화한다.
and like at some point he wrote a joke about feet, and kids thought it was funny, and he's been writing that joke for the last 25 years.
퍼주겠다.
Just looked at his own feet in the shower and he's like, ha ha ha.
들어가겠다.
Do you think Dan Schneider
몬스터를
uh
표시로 소환.
would love to be shrunk down and stepped on?
간다.
I'd rather not think about that.
공격하겠어.
Is that what?
Because I feel like in the culture we have right now,
거둔 카드다 사우루스.
when the Loud House guy got plugged, it like anyone else who was there would have immediately gotten hit.
내 차례는
And I think the fact that they weren't
아, 내 차례다.
is
운명의 힘을 봐라 사우루스.
well, you know what I'm saying. I'm also reading shit at the same time. Apparently, some fucking 4chan thing broke, and it keeps telling me it broke on every fucking page, even though it's not actually changed anything, as far as I can tell.
What's the 4chan thing?
I don't I guess I'll load another page. 4chanboards.json. Try going to Chrome Flags Network Service and disabling the network service flag. But yeah, it says failed to load board configuration, invalid data, but I don't know what the fuck it's talking about. Everything's fine.
차례를 마친다.
좋아. 내가
Sounds gay.
들어가겠다.
You're gay.
몬스터 카드를 뒤집어 놓겠어. 배속
Your mom's gay.
활동.
No, my mom's not gay. She's just on
몬스터
meth.
효과 발동.
Jesus.
She'll be gay in prison.
좋아.
I wish my mom was on meth.
직접 공격.
No, you don't. Meth
You
is bad.
fucking don't.
My one of my cousins was on. I think he still is on meth. But like, he fucking went on a meth fueled like rage while at one of my other relatives' those funerals, and it was.
Oh yeah, I'm used to those.
Jesus Christ! I just feel
Wait,
bad
Dan
for
Harmon?
you,
You think-
Aquanas.
You think I'm kidding, but I'm not.
Oh no, I know you're not kidding, but still, Jesus Christ!
He is kidding. His family doesn't have a dining room. How could they have a family dinner?
Wait,
Ooh.
I don't know, on the porch.
I'm looking at meth now.
Do you know how many food stamps a turkey is?
A lot.
about 30.
Oof.
Wait, you have EBT.
You have electronic bicycle training.
That's not it, but sure.
Yeah, it is. So I guess I should talk about it here because there's no one else who's ever gonna fucking listen to it. I'm about 15 episodes into Kamen Rider O's.
Oh, is O the face that you make when you play it?
Yes, actually, it's extremely good.
Yes,
Nice
excellent.
O face.
By the way, Dylan,
I
just to derail you for a split second, did you see the GameStop exclusive build figure that I posted?
don't think so. No. Is it also $300 fucking dollars?
No, it's 45.
That's still a lot, but that's feasible, I guess. What figure is it?
It's just
Or
Rabbit
what
Tank.
form is it? Okay, I guess so. You know, I'd be a lot more excited if it was Hazard or Genius, but
No love for Sparkling?
Sparkling's okay, but I think it's still like worse than the base form. It's just the base form with some extra fizz, but I think that would look really cool if it was like animated and like the white parts were like key or some shit coming off of him. Like that'd be cool, but as a static image, I don't think it looks amazing. I was happy when it happened because that meant he was going to stop using the other shitty forms.
Isn't there a Kamen
What's
Rider who
What, you don't
Where's
like
Uncut?
Panda Rocket and Nin Nin Comic? And
I'm not a fan of Lion Cleaner.
yeah, that one
That's
was kind of useless.
I was thinking about this the other day. The premise of combining animals and like minerals has potential. Like if you're like, oh fucking bismuth bison, and you're like a fucking ox, but your fucking horns are all angular like bismuth is. That's got potential. Random shit fused together with other random shit it's not an interesting like power set.
Yo,
And I've begun to notice that a lot. Is a lot of Kamen Riders have fucking awful power sets in the start, and then they get like legitimately, or they get better ones later on, but it's proportionate. So like, Build has the dumbest shit because it's all random horse crap, and every one of its forms after that is gold. It's got like 4 solid gold forms after that. But then like you look at Double, which has some really good like power set stuff, and its final form is trash. Fucking extreme.
I mean, and yeah, from an aesthetic standpoint, Extreme is bad, but from a story standpoint, it makes more sense.
I think they completely squander that. Like the idea that, oh, we're also hooked up to the fucking Gaia library, so we literally know everything about everything while we fight, is really cool, and it doesn't ever come up ever.
Dylan,
is
I looked at
unfortunate.
that link. Okay,
Yeah.
and did you link this because it it contains zoophilia shit?
Does it?
It's zoo is one of the fucking tags. What else could that
Oh,
fucking mean?
yeah, because she fucks the monkey.
Jesus. What?
Hey, go lay down. Go lay down.
Why?
Well, the scenes aren't focused on the animals she's fucking. It's focused on her. It's just the body on top of her is blue or yellow instead of being white or black or yellow.
I'm watching a.
I guess Asians are monkeys at this point.
Jesus
watching a-
Christ.
I'm watching a fight scene from Kamen Rider Vision.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the blacks. That's monkeys.
Jesus
Also, I think I've said this before. I don't know if I said it on a stream or what. I think Excel is so stupid.
Just the
I
bike
watched-
form, or just him altogether?
So I watched, I got to Oz's first movie, which is garbage, where it crosses over with Double. And the double half is fine. The double half is interesting, because it's
Yeah,
all
'cause it
about
fo-
Skull. It
Yep.
focuses on
I-
Skull, who's a cool character. I don't think it should have been in this movie. I think this movie should have been... Because the whole fucking point of the movies is that they act as epilogues for the writers. But fucking Shotaro doesn't get an epilogue at all. Apparently, he shows up in, like, one of the... He gets an epilogue in, like, a fucking Sentai crossover. But I don't care about that shit. And I was like, oh, cool. I get to see Shotaro and Felipe again. And I get to see them fight. No, you don't. It's all about Skull. What
about
But it was
Skull?
fine. Just post a fucking properly sized picture, you retard. Click on it. You have to open the image in a new tab and then save it. Come on.
Sorry. Never mind.
So that one's fine. The O sequence is fucking awful. It's fucking retarded. It feels like it feels like a plot line that was supposed to take place over 10 episodes and they cut it. And then they just stuffed it all into this movie.
Then it's
And
also
it's garbage.
Then it's also really out of character, and I know why that is. So O's was written by Yatsuto Tobayashi, and the movie was written by Toshiki Inoue.
Oh, the Dragon Maid?
No, not the Dragon Maid. And the movie was written by Toshiki Inoue, and Inoue and Tobayashi do not like each other. So whenever they cover each other's stuff, it's always like a bastardization of their characters.
That's weird. And also, it was just weird. Like, EJ's fine. I like him a lot. He's a fun character. I think he's got a lot to him. But like, Ank's barely in it. And it's the show is as much about Ankh as it is about fucking EJ. I'm awful with the fucking names.
AG.
So, like...
And then like in the third act, they fight a fucking
Giant CGI
Wicker
fire
Man
monster.
that looks. Yeah, it's a Wicker Man designed after the first Kamen Rider, and on paper, maybe that makes sense, but not with like Japanese CGI from 2010.
Nope.
It would have been cool if like that was its final form, but then it didn't have a suit, and that was the problem. I thought it was cool that it had the fucking god, the fucking god warrior beams from Nausicaa, that it shot all over the place. A lot of fucking people die in that movie too. Like, I think over the course of Double the show, maybe a handful of people die, maybe a dozen tops. In this movie, several hundred to several thousand people die.
Yeah, just a lot of them get killed by Nobunaga.
Fucking Nobunaga, and then the fucking spider monster murders like
Oh yeah,
every
with his
couple
spider
in the
moms.
fucking city.
Yeah, just the guy who had the spider memory was a fucking incel.
Yeah, the Nobunaga stuff's dumb. Kamen Rider Birth might be the ugliest Kamen Rider I've seen. That might be the worst design.
Have you gotten to his power up?
No, I looked him
it's
up
so
to send a
bad.
picture to David, and I think I saw it, and yeah, it looks retarded. It's an awful design. That's a weird because O's has a really good design.
What's your favorite
It's
combo?
a little weird. I like the fucking cheetah one. I think all the combos look pretty good. I think when he's just using like different ones though, it kind of looks weird. I don't love how attached he is to the red helmet, especially because it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's like he barely uses the ability that Taka has, so it's like, why not just use something more useful like Lion?
Yeah. Yeah. But I like most of them. I think they all look fine. It's just, goddamn, Birth is hideous. And its power is retarded because it's based on a fucking gachapon.
Yeah, it's basically microtransactions.
And in the context of the story, I understand that making sense.
배틀이다.
That's retarded. That's the type of fucking shit that like a Power Ranger has. And Kamen Rider is not Power Ranger.
Despite what Americans may tell you.
몬스터 효과 발동.
Sort of related, but I can't. I watched a fight scene from Samurai Wizard and I really liked it. And I kind of want to watch Samurai Wizard now.
차례를 마친다.
You might want to watch another one.
Yeah, the fight scenes in Wizard are good, but that's literally all it's got going for it.
I'll say this: I'm surprised at how good the fight scenes in O's are. I don't hear people talk about them, but I actually think they're really good. Because it's a lot of like solid like street level martial arts, and then every once in a while you get like a good superhero move.
역사우루스.
But like they actually feel like they're hitting each other. It's not like in Double or Game where they're just sort of constantly doing the same moves and you just sort of get numb to it.
내 속에 있는 공룡의 DNA는 아직 날 버리지 않았어.
Where'd I put that GIF?
It's right there. I posted it.
No, you didn't. Don't fucking trick me, you trickster. Don't you fucking trick me, you lactic harlot.
Did you just call me a lactate?
I called you a lactic harlot.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I was in a thread where people were posting variants of the Semen Demon meme, and one fucking dude posted lactic harlot, and like 3 other people were like, that one's my favorite. And I don't know why, because it didn't register much with me, but now whenever I'm about to call someone a Semen Demon, I call him a lactic harlot instead.
I wish I was a semen demon.
Dylan, your mom is a lactic harlot.
Uncalled for.
Jesus, Juice coming in here being savage.
내 속에 있는 공룡의 힘을 보여주겠어.
난 1년 내내 듀얼만 연구해. 그게 내가 지지 않는 이유야.
듀얼.
내 차례야.
You know what's great?
What?
The old Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
차례는 끝이야.
Is it a fat lump?
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
티라노사우루스.
Well, if this just ain't us.
I've watched several hours of Vine compilations over the last week. And I can't stop, and I'm starting to get worried.
Nick, you
It's
gay.
they're so easy to watch, and you can't really get bored, because by the time you get to, when you get to a bad one, by the time you register that it's bad, it's over.
Man, Lucius is right. You are gay.
차례를 마친.
The only thing
And I watch them for hours while I play Sekiro.
Dylan used to. Dylan used to. Never mind.
나
Dylan, you should
got-
watch.
공룡의
Actually, Blake.
what?
What is your favorite isekai?
들어.
Ryan, me, what is Isekai?
It is Holocaust now.
Jesus fuck, Juice! Alright, on from us. What is Isekai? That's the... Oh, I'm trapped in another world thing, right?
Have you ever seen Digimon?
Yes.
Have you ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
No.
Oh, well, have you ever played Doom?
No.
Got.
God, you suck.
I know, I'm uneducated
Have you ever watched Soccer?
on the finer things in life.
차례를 마친다.
You haven't played Doom, but you have played all the Homestuck games.
몬스터 카드를 뒤집어 놓겠어. 차례를 넘기겠어.
You guys remember Shock Zone?
나야 소용없어. 내
I wish I was part of Talk Zone.
I mean, technically Homestuck is an Isekai.
Technically, a penis is an isekai.
Oh, only when it goes in his ex's orifice.
Or blowhole.
Yeah, I'm not sure which hole you put it in.
락키.
Just don't let that one sit.
God, fuck you, Mega Man.
Apparently, the that Power Rangers fighting game is actually pretty good. Yeah, I've heard like actual fighting game people talk about like, yeah, this is real fun.
너 연구해야겠네.
That's weird because on my Twitter feed I've seen a bunch of people complaining about like problems from day one.
Like what? Other than the roster being garbage, which I agree with, the roster is horrible.
Apparently, it's been like crashing people's switches.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty cheap game. Am I still fucking banned from your stupid ass live stream?
Fuck! Hang on. We're gonna fix that.
What? I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm fucking in the video.
Yeah, true.
I just pulled it up so I could read shit people write in the fucking chat.
Yeah, nobody's watching right now. You're not missing anything.
What was I fucking saying?
Battle
Yeah, it's a shitty roster. Even with 9 characters, like, it's one of the worst rosters I think I've ever seen.
I'm just hoping they get all the bug fixes out when the PC release comes. Because I'm gonna be
Jackie.
copying that.
I just hope they get the right range.
준비됐어?
I just hope they get the right range with
오예.
the original stuff, because that guy was cool.
간다.
Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
I think they need to get the Red Ranger from Wild Force on, because he was a real killer character, man.
God damn it!
Which one went to jail for murdering his roommate?
The Red Wild
That
Force
one?
wins.
Hell yeah. Beat me to your knowledge of Power Rangers for once and be able to do something funny. Dylan, this is your moment.
Only this one.
This is
I
your
knew it was
fucking
worth
moment.
it.
Enjoy it.
All those fucking mornings watching fucking Lost garbage.
Lost Galaxy.
Yeah.
Can't believe Josh is going to like the farm.
발동시키겠어.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
I'd rather go to Darfur.
몬스터를 특수 소환하겠어.
I don't know. Josh has been apparently depressed lately, and I don't know. Like, he's talked about being depressed, but I don't feel like he's depressed.
Some people just keep it to themselves though. I mean, you're a very like open person with how you feel. Such as the time you told all of us how you were gonna murder your stepdad.
Yeah.
Some people just like don't talk about it.
I guess not. But I also feel like he seems to be having. I felt like a lot of legitimate joy coming from him over the last couple weeks. So it comes out of. I feel like it comes out of left field. I also don't think it's a good idea to go to places like that.
I don't. The one part of it that seemed like unequivocally good is the idea of like getting the places to send needs to make them like able to engage in society.
I feel like
which I think will be good for him.
I feel like you only go to places like that when you're totally at rock bottom. I feel like there's I feel like going to like a college class or something would
I'd be inclined to agree, but like you can always do that after.
I guess. It just seems, I don't know, it seems weird. And I also feel like once you're in places like that, it's very difficult to get out.
I guess so.
Unless it's on their terms.
Without any pressure, like Josh seems to have a very like supportive family and like support structures in his life. Without like, I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. Without the pressure of like life requirements forcing you to go at a certain pace, I think the best way people like get better is taking very small and incremental steps. It's just very hard to do that in like for most people in their lives because but a lot of people need to have jobs, and that's a very difficult sort of step for a lot of people that are like needs.
I guess. I usually find, like, the fear of having a job is much greater than actually having one. when you actually have the job, like you don't really have to try, and they probably.
Well, I'm
won't even
inclined to agree, but like I'm. I think the best way for Neats to get better is to do a very slow and steady approach if they can. And I think
Sure.
that's what Josh is doing.
I also don't necessarily know if when I know he's technically a NEET because it's an acronym, but I feel like when we say NEET, we assume a certain mental state that someone's in that I don't think Josh is in.
I have personally always viewed it as its definition of like no employment, education, and training.
But there's definitely like a culture who like
there is, but like I don't think any of those. There's a culture to it, but I don't think any variance of that is good. I think, for example, I have friends that took a gap year after high school. I think that shit is retarded. Because that's basically being a NEET for a year. Because my high school was so hard.
I guess it depends on what you do in your gap year.
Yeah.
If you're literally just spending it at home, that's retarded. But if you use it to go out and do things, that's fine. Fuck. I don't know. I feel like it came real out of left field, and the way he wrote it out seemed very out of character.
Yeah.
Like it, like
Josh's parents institutionalized them.
Maybe. Like when I saw it, my first inclination was like, this is either a joke or someone else is doing this. Because it was in one post. It was in one post in like a singular paragraph, and people on the Discord don't talk like that. You write one line, you hit enter, for better or for worse.
You're not wrong, but when it's an announcement like that, I can see typing it out.
Yeah, but it also was like very, I don't know, upbeat for something that is kind of solemn. And I know other people have said that he was talking about it beforehand, but I hadn't heard him talk about it. So this was the first I'd heard anything of.
I'm just glad he seems sort of happy. He can exercise.
I guess I just don't know. I don't think this will make him happy though. I don't think places like this really help, unless it's like these are places for people who need structure in their lives, and I don't think that's the problem for most NEET.
What do you think the problem is, Don?
I think the problem with NEETs is they lack motivation. They lack purpose. Or they're like me and they're sort of handed a shit hand and they're kind of just biding time until an opportunity comes around.
Cool.
But like, you know, having been inside the psych ward, these places don't really do much aside from give you like a structure of like being in school again. And yeah, if you like had a good time in school, maybe just having a structure to your life is enough. But I think for most NEETs, it's the opposite. And
I'm inclined to agree, but I think most NEETs also have a worse time once they get out of school. Like, I think it's the kind of thing of, well, that was bad, but this is worse.
I don't know. I get this bad impression. Devilman's going to be in there for a week, and then realize that this isn't helping, and also that like this isn't really what he wanted out of it, and then he's going to find out that he's locked in for like another 2 weeks, and that like he has no legal rights in there because he signed something. And these places are totally fucked, dude. Like the law doesn't care about you at all. The amount of people in the law like who are actually lawyers and fucking cops and shit who like actually believe in the law as a real thing, it's nil. There's maybe 1 per 1,000. They're all just fucking, it's just a job to them. They don't understand that they have like...
They don't understand justice, I say.
They don't, dude. They don't have any concept of like ideology. They don't have an ideological basis in the job, even though that's what it is. Like they don't seem to understand what their job actually means or how it impacts the people around them. Like they treat it the same way cashiers.
Dylan, have you been through this before?
Yes, I was. Yes, I went to the psych ward.
Okay. No, I'm just saying like something similar to like rat camp or something.
No, it was a fuck. No, I was on psychological hold for 72 hours for homicidal thought.
Wait, who went to a brap camp?
That's what Devil Man. That's what it sounds like he's talking about.
I mean, obviously, this is not like a cop. It's not putting him in here.
No.
So maybe things are different, but like, I don't think it's going to be that different. I bet you, like, you ever watch fucking Intervention?
Talks to V1s, now Dylan hates cops.
I mean, I've been critical of cops for a very long time, and I'm not too fond of them since I was the one who got taken away that night. So, yeah,
when
fuck
Dylan wanted to
pigs.
be a cop?
Yeah, I do. That's not going to be a thing now. Thanks, cop. I called the cops on a domestic dispute, and now I can't get a job.
Well, think about it. If
Wait,
you really
seriously?
want to, you can change it from the inside.
I mean, I was institutionalized for homicidal thoughts. If you do a background check on me, that comes up.
Yeah, no, that's institutionalized. Not for homicidal thoughts, for like suicide. He's not allowed out to kill anymore.
Yep. Cops
But we're also in like California, so the laws are like especially gay.
I'm sure, like it wouldn't really affect me if I got like a job in most places, but stuff like being a cop, that's out the window
you're
forever.
fucked.
For sure.
I mean, did they find anything?
What do you mean?
Like, usually when they put you on a 72-hour psychiatric hold, they usually do all kinds of evaluations and all that kind of cute jazz.
They did. I was not in there for 72 hours because they almost were immediately like, yeah, you don't have to be in here. They cut me loose.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah, they cut me. So for all I know, they might have sealed it. It might not even be on my record.
If they let you go early, then more than likely they sealed it, and they didn't think anything was wrong.
But still, like even if it comes up like, hey, heads up, this dude was in psych hold for homicidal thought. How many people are even going to let me get into the interview room to explain what happened there? Probably none.
You would be very surprised because it depends on the intent and it depends on how far you took it, because there's plenty of people that have expressed things like that, especially if they interview family members and stuff and they understand that your relationship between you and your stepfather is kind of tumultuous. It's not, I mean, that's going to put two and two together. There's plenty of people that wanted to punch someone in the face. If you just punch someone in the face, that is that's domestic dispute. That's assault. You didn't assault anyone, but they took you away for your own safety. So, I mean, in a way, they were kind of doing you a favor.
I don't think it was my safety they were worried about.
On the bright side, Dylan, you probably won't ever get drafted now.
Cops are
Rad.
Yeah.
I was saying, I'm pretty sure Dylan's
my same
out of
buddy-
the
My
drafting
same
age.
buddy's in like fucking what is he?
No, he isn't.
He's not. He's mid-20s.
Yeah, what's the contact called?
But no, my same buddy who like went to the fucking went to the hospital for suicide. That gay shit. We both talked to a recruiter after he graduated high school, and he can't fucking join now. So they were trying to join special forces.
Dylan, you were diagnosed with something as a kid, right?
When I was 15, I was diagnosed with autism.
Oh, you're fine. You're not getting drafted.
Yeah.
No, that's not happening. And you probably
He's diagnosed with the game.
I mean, I also won't get drafted because I'm morbidly obese. So,
But
I don't know, Dylan. Have you seen the average set of dudes going into boot camp? They don't give a shit anymore. They need people.
Whatever, man. Just shit yourself every day at boot camp. They'll kick you out eventually.
Just be allergic to mangoes.
Background checks and such. Dylan, I have a good job for you.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Sumo wrestling.
Thank you, Juice. That's the thing. That's the problem. I'm not fat enough. You know how you have to be genetically. At some point, it comes down to genetics whether or not you can be a bodybuilder or a wrestler.
It's a
Wrestler.
Dylan, you could be a professional wrestler.
Bodybuilder is more about his and stuff.
Yeah, Dylan,
But
all you gotta do
you
is
have to be genetically disposed to gaining weight a certain way to become a sumo wrestler.
just work on your arms and get a bunch of tattoos, and you could demolish the indie circuit.
I wish I could demolish that ass.
You should become an MMA fighter, Dylan.
Rad. Yeah, they don't give a shit if you were on psych hold.
They'd probably encourage it.
wonder if there's ever been an obese pro wrestler.
Oh, there's been
Dylan,
Big Show.
Dylan, you should do steroids.
Big Show, Umaga, Yokozuna,
날 버리지 않았어.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry, yeah.
Dylan, you should put silicone in your genitals.
Anyway, we kind of got off topic there, but I was basically just saying
You believe Devilman has been yoinked?
I think this is a mistake, and I think it's something that he's kind of jumping into very quickly. And I think a lot of places like this don't actually help.
I think you should go. I think you should sign up for a gym membership. He seems to want to work out.
All of these things are true.
Yeah. Because the last time he told me he's building a home gym, he's honestly better. Both for like beginners and for home gym is objectively superior.
The problem is it's also crazy expensive.
Yeah. Well, not really. The biggest. Well, yes, it is kind of.
공룡의 힘을 보여주겠어.
The best way to do it is
join the Navy.
듀얼로 붙어보자. 듀얼, 내 차례다.
because you can get a half. Most sporting goods stores love a pretty good deal on a lot of pretty shitty bar. And at that point, just get a half rack and a bench. And you go for something like starting strength.
My apartment complex actually has a gym, so that could work too.
Like Dylan, like my home gym I built up over like a year and a half, and just like trimming $100 after the occasional paycheck. It's pretty much finished now. Because my honest advice would be, Dylan, I'm not sure if Dick's Sporting Goods is in your area, but they have pretty good deals on barbells and weights.
We got one. It's kind of out of the way, but we definitely have a.
They have a very good $300 like full 5-pack thing, and they have
low dicks.
And at that point, all you really need is like a half rack and maybe a bench. But you probably do it without a bench, like standing press.
Screen in the corner now.
Oh, hello, Devilman. Speaking of the devil,
how do I get rid of this little thing that says VC and it has my icon?
Can people even hear me?
Yeah, would you just want to talk?
Hello.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Because it just popped up and I guess it's part of the new update.
Josh, you know what date is?
It's Wednesday, my dude.
It's Waifu Wednesday.
Yep.
배틀이다. 우동강을 내주마. 공격.
I hate waifus.
I love
Of course you would.
Get out! Get out!
Wait a minute, who the fuck is this?
That's Scrapyard.
Who's Scrapyard?
He's one of my niggas.
Why?
I don't. Aquanax invited him into the server, like.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you guys have actually talked already.
Devilman, you should mod me before you get put in the loony bin, and we have to rely on.
It's not a loony bin, Dylan. It's a fucking getaway.
Yeah, sure. That's what they say. That's what they call it.
Dylan, you went to the hospital. This isn't a hospital.
Dylan, this is a very, very voluntary treatment center where they're more likely to accept you if you go in versus mandatory commitment.
Getting in's not the problem. Getting out is the problem.
Here's the thing.
It's all by my choice. It's all my consent.
It's by your choice to get in, but once you're like, you know what, maybe I want to get out, you'll be amazed how little choice you seem to have.
They'll let you walk out if you want to.
난 흔히 볼 수 있는 비실비실한
I want to stay though.
내가 상대해줄게.
듀얼, 내 차례다. 나의 듀얼.
It's also Sensei. It's not La Hacienda. It's another one.
몬스터를 세트.
Which one?
It's called.
차례를 마친다.
Actually, I'm not gonna say.
Alright.
몬스터를 공격 표시로
Probably a smart move.
Say it. Devilman, say it so I can call in a bomb threat and save you.
Wow, Vordrak.
Anyway, yeah, I was just dropping by.
This is a random question, but are furry bodybuilders?
Buffers? Yeah, I'm sure.
That's okay.
내 차례는 끝.
Did somebody say furries?
공룡을 위해서라도 질 수 없어.
Yeah.
Also, they have zebras there, so that'll be fucking rad.
How the fuck are zebras there?
In climate form.
Are you sure they're not painted mules?
What the fuck? Are you going to Africa?
No, dude, they even have like big cat farms here in Texas.
Are you not sure they're not just painted mules?
Yeah, how convenient. They got big cat
Florida
farms and the
Caesar.
cats roam around the perimeter and they catch anyone who tries to get out.
Florida has the
That's
climate
not
of
what a
Africa.
big cat farm is. A big cat farm is a place where you go to buy exotic big cats.
Are you gonna get like
They have like a
tiger,
sanctuary
like
here in
Mike
Florida or a wolf thing.
They do have tigers at those and lions. Usually they sell those to zoos.
Reminder, Mike Tyson couldn't beat Glass Joe.
So they have like a. I can go to a place that has like abused animals that were exotic.
I think Mike Tyson did drugs.
No kidding.
No
dude.
shit.
But which drugs?
All the drugs.
This is
Cocaine.
this is great. Yeah, this is. You made a really great choice.
Was Mike Tyson active in the 90s?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Trend.
That was like his peak, wasn't it?
100% trend.
Hello.
So, Devilman.
What's up?
I want you to get the process of conversion camp.
Fuck off.
Excuse me, I think you need to point that question to me.
Man.
Did you get gay conversion?
Yes.
Wait, for real?
What's up? What's up, Juice?
No, fucker.
Oh, thank God.
Man, this explains so much.
Was
Oh, what, the short haircut?
That would have sucked.
No.
I like the Zuck, but I get more suck.
is Mark Zuckerberg is Mark Zuckerberg?
By the way, Dylan, check which mic you're using, because we can hear feedback from you.
Lot of echo.
Is Mark Zuckerberg chill?
What?
I don't know, maybe.
That was a CIA agent.
Are you saying Mark
Mark
Zuckerberg is a glow in the dark?
Stealing everyone's information.
Wait. Hold on. Are you saying Mark Zuckerberg is a glow in the dark CIA nigger?
Yeah, of course.
Are you talking about Fuckerberg?
Yes.
I don't get it.
Berg.
Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Fucker up the buttberg.
Thank you, Juice.
Welcome.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg's probably a pedophile, like most elites.
I'm like the Zuck.
No, Juice.
Get more suck.
No, I know Zuck.
It's an android.
He's exactly. He's an android.
Wait, he has an Asian wife, doesn't he? Pedophile.
I want
Not those soulless,
Like-
glassy eyes.
I can't believe Mr. Medicare is a pedophile. A pedophile.
Administering every
pedophile,
piece of data.
pedophile.
Isn't his
Pedophile.
girlfriend like 10
Pedophile.
years younger than him?
Who, Meditor?
Yeah.
Probably. I mean, she's also Asian, so she might just look that way.
Is
His girl's
Medicare
name is Jade Raymond, right?
is Medicare a degenerate?
I don't know, Juice. He's been really good at covering his tracks if he is.
He's Irish. No fucking shit he is. 100%.
No, he has not been good at covering his tracks, because every fucking day he live streams himself watching fucking furry porn and TLC reality shows. Of course
Yeah,
he's a
right.
degenerate.
But it's all under the
Medicare might
guise
be an
of
example
Tom.
of like the common film.
That doesn't make it any better.
Like no,
Isn't that what
stop
TLC
being
reality
that's
shows
not
are,
the
though?
common,
Yeah.
common film thing of he's looking at it for.
It's the new way of watching freaks be
Hitman,
weird,
Still fucking looking at it. Like just don't.
like hoarders.
Even if you're not, all you're doing is driving yourself insane.
Gotta
Man,
make that ad rev, man.
Shit like that isn't good for your soul.
No
Neither
kidding.
is looking at
Boys hole.
I don't know what
neither is looking at those men's bodies, Jackie.
What is good? What is good for your soul is drinking ice. What is good for your soul is coffee.
But you know what is awesome as water.
Water is the drink of champions.
But I fully embrace the fact that I was going to hell. So you know. I mean, if I hadn't, do you think I would really be named Furry Rape King right now?
No.
The rape of furry
You do
king.
steal Catholic Scholar Valor, though.
And I would-
Catholic scholars steal Muslim scholar valor.
And I will continue to steal Catholic Muslim scholar valor.
Stop stealing, guys.
Do all religious scholars steal
No.
Greek scholar valor?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, the Greek scholars are like retarded.
And the
They're
Greek scholars.
also sodomites, Jackie. Don't forget.
Yeah, they are. They're boy fuckers.
The
Greeks
Just like the
invented
Romans.
sex, but Italians invented sex with women.
Greeks are gay. We should nuke Greeks.
You're gay.
I don't want to nuke
I mean-
Everett.
I mean, Greece is already kind of nuking itself economically.
Yeah. The only thing good to come out of Greece was gyros.
Oh, what?
Maybe hummus. The only good thing to come out.
Hummus was a Jewish thing.
To come out of Greece is gyros. I think that's how you say it.
I think it's Euro.
Euros.
Yeah, gyros. Euros and the Disney movie Hercules. Those are the only good things.
Yeah, the Disney movie, the Hercules Disney movie also is a big advantage of the EU.
The Disney Hercules movie is very inaccurate.
Why the fuck?
Shit.
It doesn't even kill a lion.
He's not even 12 feet tall.
He doesn't even kill my boner.
The Disney
I'm
Hercules
not sure.
is a master.
I'm not sure about this. I think there's a boss in Sekiro that's making fun of Kratos.
Really? Which one?
There's a giant ape that has like a blood stain over its right eye that looks a lot like the one Kratos has. Yeah, fuck the Guardian Ape, dude. Fuck that.
Is Sekiro worth $60?
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. I paid $60 for it, and I'm still really enjoying it.
I want to say don't make right.
Dylan, did you already go to Gunfort?
What would you
Yeah, I finished it.
do if you
Oh, you beat Sekiro?
No, I didn't beat Sekiro. I'm at the Guardian Ape.
Oh, is that what's at the end of Gunfort?
Yeah, the Guardian Ape. Apparently.
So Dylan, you said you wouldn't compare it to Souls. What would you compare it to?
I would compare it to Metal Gear Rising.
I would definitely compare it to Souls.
It has a lot of the same mechanics as Souls, but I don't think the bulk of it, where it really counts, is not a Souls game.
The combat is not very Souls-like.
But that's the majority of the game, though.
Well, like the world and like the enemy design and like all that shit is very.
I don't think the enemy design is like maybe
Oh, yeah,
visually,
definitely. Like,
maybe visually, but they don't act like Souls enemies.
Dylan, let me ask you this. Compared to Metal Gear Rising, it does have as good of a soundtrack as Metal Gear Rising. Which is like Dark Souls, where they don't have a soundtrack.
I really like Japanese instruments and music, and this
Great.
game like uses them very well.
Yeah, I really like the game. It's super fun. I'm really taking my time with it. I've had it for, I guess, what day is it? The 27th? So I've had it for, I guess I haven't had it nearly as long as I thought I had. I thought I had it longer than I did. But I've been slowly burning my way through it. And I'm really enjoying it. I feel like this has the highest skill ceiling of a Souls game, and I also feel like it demands you play at the highest level more consistently. Like when you fight a boss, it's like you have to be almost perfect.
You can half-ass your way through like every Souls game, but not this one.
Yeah, like you're playing like Bloodborne or Dark Souls or any of the other ones.
Did you got any of you guys do challenge dungeons and stuff like to completion?
I didn't completed them, but I got pretty deep into them.
But like to on the main path, you really don't even need to touch a lot of game mechanics. This is not that. This one you have to kind of master everything.
Because I was gonna say it's in the very like unfair, just the number get bigger kind of way of New Game Plus and Souls. But Bloodborne's chalice dungeons towards the end are probably the hardest thing.
I would say Dylan's right about the skill ceiling, but like once you get used to the combat, it's not that hard.
I want to.
I don't think it's necessarily hard, but I do think it demands the most of.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I've gotten used to it, but
I'm really
when I started playing, I was getting my ass.
I'm really fucking good at taking down mobs. I have a hard ass time with bosses, but like I ran through the gun fort my first time, and I didn't need to respawn.
Hell yeah.
Is Sekiro on Steam?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
The resurrection mechanic is super fucking interesting.
I like it a lot. If you kill enough enemies, whenever you've gotten a strikeout after you've died once, you get one more life back.
Okay, so it's super fucking interesting because it's kind of like an anti-roguelike. The Skull series has always had this idea where like you don't have to do it perfectly on your first time, but you have to be able to get to where you could before to recoup everything. And it kind of does that here, but like you have like 3 or 4 progress systems that don't go away when you die. You lose money and you lose experience, but you don't lose skill points and you don't lose your resurrections. And when you fight a boss, you're going to want those resurrections because a boss will kill you in a combat easy. And yeah, obviously, if you're really fucking good, you can beat the game without going through. You can beat the game without needing that, but the game has woven that into it in such a way that
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Does it feel like it's something to make the game easier, or does it feel like you're supposed to be using it?
It feels like you're supposed to be using it very much. Because you can totally get fucking. It's kind of like the rings in Sonic. How, like, yeah, there's a ton of bullshit in Sonic, but you're also invincible so long as you can hold on to a ring.
Yeah.
Which is relatively easy. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of shit that might feel fucked up and cheap, but you've always got a net. And if you're really good, you're not really gonna fall into that problem anyway.
I also feel like the punishment is like way less than it's been in the other Souls games, because if you go to like get your shit back and you die, that's gone forever. But in Sekiro, you can just like get all your shit really easily.
Well, you can't ever get it back, but
like all you lose are like experience and fucking coins, and you can easily get those back.
Yeah. And like, you don't even lose the skill point. You just half your progress to the next skill.
Yeah.
So like, if you're having trouble in one area, but you do really good everywhere else, you're still getting a profit. But so there's this interesting thing where like, okay, I get to a really hard boss, and I need my resurrects. So you have 2 resurrects. One of them you always get when you spawn. It's like an Estus flask. It fills up every time you touch a bonfire, I guess. But the other one you have to build up by killing enemies. And resurrection progress never goes away. It will always slowly go up. So you can even do it where if you throw yourself at a boss enough times, you can just build up a resurrect fighting them. So when you go back to like areas like, okay, I gotta grind out this resurrect. Even when you die in those sections, it's like, I got everything. I didn't lose any progress. I got everything I want. And then you just immediately resurrect yourself because you always have a free one. And then you just keep going. And it makes the grind feel almost effortless. Because you are grinding, but it also really makes you feel powerful to do it. You feel so fucking good when you go into like a group of 12 dudes and you perfectly kill every one of them. And also I've noticed, like...
Dylan, I'm sorry, like, my boyfriend walked in as you were saying that, and he looked at the phone, he looked at me, and he was just walking away.
It's pretty good.
The part where, like, it feels so good when you're grinding, and then, like, you walk into a room and kill all these guys.
It's...
Walk into a room with 12 guys. Yeah, that's...
I think my copy of I think my copy of Ninja Gaiden 2 is broken.
You okay, Juice? You sound extremely upset about that.
You had a hard time trying to say that.
I'm trying to enunciate better.
Enunciation's not the problem. Your microphone's just awful.
No, Juice can't speak either.
Oh, shut up, Jackie.
Yeah, but it's mainly the microphone, I would say. But anyway, and it's like
correct.
When
Do
you're
not hate me because I tell the truth.
when you fight like a mob of enemies on Sekiro, it feels like Hotline Miami, where it's like the moment you do anything, everyone on the map knows you're there. But you can use that to your advantage because you're way smarter and way more mobile.
What the fuck? Are there gun mines? What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
What the fuck? The ground's exploding.
If you run across them, it doesn't injure you, but it alerts enemies.
So
God, I'm just gonna try this on with a fucking controller. Without a controller.
So the reason I think
Sekiro plays better with mouse and keyboard than controller.
Yeah, I would look up on like the Steam forums or something. I bet someone's had the same problem you have.
Aquanash told you how to do it.
Yeah, I've tried that.
So
there's been plenty of people who had that same problem. I don't actually have it on my Steam account, so I'm not sure if it'll work properly. Some of the
I wouldn't add it to your Steam account either as like an offline game because they'd know if it's legit.
I'm not. Look, I'm not even going to attempt that.
Also, it's not just you who resurrects. Everyone resurrects. Every boss resurrects. So bosses actually are like, they have like above their health bar, they have how many executions you have to do on them.
So it's like Metroid. So it's like a Metroid.
It's not really a resurrection. They just have multiple health bars.
Sort of, but it functionally is the same. And you can only do one resurrect on one bar. So it's not like, oh, I got 4 fucking resurrects, so I'm just gonna grind out this fight. You have 1 resurrect, and then you can use another one if you take out one of his resurrects. So you still have to maintain, an equal level of progression. Then you get into the really crazy shit, where it's like, oh cool, I killed this boss, and I grinded it out, and I took all my fucking revives and everything, but I did it. And then that boss is like another form that you get blown the fuck out on. And now it's like, I have to kill his whole first bar without ever getting hit. And that's like your new standard, and then you get to that. And then it's like, okay, I got halfway through that last form. And then it's like, I bet I can get up to the last form without using any of my Gordons.
Like Genshiro.
Yeah, Genichiro. And I kind of have that same thing going on with Guardian 8.
Wait, does he have like a third form?
He has a second form. When you fight him, he has 1 health bar and he has 1 death blow, and then you cut his fucking head off, and then he gets up and throws his head at you and keeps fighting.
What a fucking pimp!
I wish someone would cut my head off.
Jesus,
yes, dude, when you fucking fight him, he has like a samurai sword twice as big as you embedded into his neck, and it's there for the whole fight. And you can grapple onto it and stab him in the face.
I love Japanese games.
So you get to finish him with the Mortal Blade then, since he's technically already.
I don't know. I haven't beaten him. I've used the Mortal Blade on him, and it does a shit ton of damage, but I don't think it necessarily is like whatever. He's got a fucking retarded move in his second form. It's like an AoE that's got like no wind up, so it just fucking happens. And also it inflicts a status ailment that instantly.
Hey Dylan, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
I'm pretty sure in Japanese mythology, there's like a Yeti type creature. Is that boss a reference to that, or is it just like a big monkey?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Now, when you say he has like no wind up to his area of effect attack, And, like, is
Usually
there still a
enemies
tell?
will enemies will still like telegraph their attacks, but I guess Dylan's saying that it doesn't telegraph that.
So the way they do it is a symbol will appear above your head when an enemy is going to do like.
Wait, it doesn't show the critical symbol.
It's like a critical symbol for when an enemy is going to do like, hey, this move's going to fuck you up. And there's 3 types of those. So there are moves that you can deflect. There are ones that you can like jump over, and then there's ones you can dodge. But like the symbol doesn't tell you what it is. You just have to guess. And after you fight a boss 2 or 3 times, you always get it right. It does the symbol, but dude, like honestly, it does the symbol, and I feel like he's already doing the fucking attack, and it hits like a motherfucker. It's an AOE attack, and it inflicts like an instant kill ailment. And I'm like fuck, dude, are you serious? And he's not an easy boss to fight.
Sekiro sounds like a lot of fun. The only thing it seems to be missing is cute ninja babes. Other than that, seems great.
That's what Nier is for.
Yeah, not that kind of cute juice.
Yeah.
I think you sound like a lot of fun.
like imagine ninja. I was gonna say imagine like Ninja Gaiden about a cute girl, but I think you could already play as a cute girl.
I'll say this: the Team Ninja Ninja Gaiden games have those.
Hell yeah, nigga.
So it looks like that move is just something that's like, yeah, you just have to stay the fuck away from him when he.
Oh
when
shit!
he's
I don't
doing it.
remember getting this temple art shit. What the fuck?
Dude, there's so fucking much to the game that like this game has such a unique fucking thing going for it, where you feel like.
I thought that Bloodborne was like peak FromSoft, but I think they're really starting to get to like peak FromSoft just now.
We talk a lot about like the feeling of like mystery and urban legends and old fucking games and how
This
that's
game
not a
almost
thing
completely
anymore.
nails this.
Like, we talk about how that's not a thing anymore, and like, Bloodborne actually doesn't. There's a ton of hidden shit in Bloodborne people are still just finding now, but it's all stuff that you don't ever have any chance of running into. You just hear about it. Here, it feels like everything you find, it feels like you're finding some crazy
Yeah,
hidden
I
stuff.
know, right? I got that feeling whenever I found the fucking purple ninja on the 3-story pagoda where you get the mist raven feather.
Yeah, like, shit like that, and it's like...
Which I haven't made, by the way. Is that a cool prosthetic?
No.
Not.
It's like a parry, I think. You do it, and like, you disappear behind dude, but I don't find it particularly useful.
So, that actually makes me wonder, how is the exploration in the game? Like,
It's phenomenal. I think the exploration here is the best it's ever been in a FromSoft game.
Yeah, definitely.
And but I also think like just the level design is so fucking good, because what happens is you'll enter a level and you'll see a bunch of shit and you're like, oh, that's cool, like window dressing, you know? But it's not. That's the level. So like you walk into a fucking castle and there's all these towers and all these rooftops and like, oh, that looks cool. And then you realize, no, running along those rooftops is not only a way to get to the level, it's the best way.
It's like whenever, you know how Todd Howard used to do that dumb shit where he's like, you know that mountain, you can go there. That's actually what this game is.
Weirdly enough, the game it reminds me of the most is Spyro. In the first Spyro had a bunch of
nationalism.
Yeah, the first Spyro had a bunch of levels where you would see something and you'd be like, oh, that's clearly like that's just the top of the level. I can't go there. Blah blah blah. But you can, and in fact, you have to go there in order to like get everything in the game. And it's like the only reason I didn't think I could go there is because I've been conditioned by other games to assume that would be blocked off, and it's not. And the fucking same thing here.
Coincidentally, Spyro's another game with a great soundtrack.
I was gonna say,
I really like it.
Oh, it's literally fucking the fucking mist feathers are literally like an Alu card. Pretty dope.
It's weird. I don't use most of the prosthetic. I use
think
the
they're fucking great. They really help
use-
a good advantage in battle.
I use the spears a lot. I've
Axe
only
is really good.
The axe is really good too.
Have you gotten the
kinda
upgrade
have.
for it where you spin?
I think I have, yeah. But like, I don't know. There's just something about it where I'm like, oh, it's a finite resource, and I'm like, I think I'd rather just use it on the Muramasa.
I wonder what a speedrun of Sekiro was like.
It's gonna be really quick because there's a. Actually, I don't know if it'll be really quick.
Oh, dude, you don't have to do fucking jack shit in this game.
Well, that's true. There's certain bosses where it'll stop you from progressing, but
Yeah, but there's only like 3.
there actually is an ending that ends the game like earlier than the other one.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there's like a hard mode that you can get really early in the game. Do you know the Demon Bell?
Yes.
There's a way to get to it early if you run past Headless the first time you see him. There's like a shinobi escape route that brings you straight there, and you can ring that bell and it gives you like a hard mode early.
Huh.
If you're insane in one like an extra challenge.
Oh, dude, there's people who have already done it, probably.
I'm positive.
There's some FromSoft niggas that are just like, that wasn't even a challenge, and then they just wait for the next game.
There's also shit like, you don't ever have to upgrade your weapons, you don't ever have to upgrade your vitality, you can go through the whole fucking game with like your sword at 1 and your fucking health at like the minimum.
Yeah, they made this game for like people who want something really hard.
Would you say it's the God Hand of Dark Souls game?
All I fucking smell anymore is that fucking dog.
Oh man.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Because all she does is like get up in my face and nibble at me.
Dylan, this is gonna be kind of gross, but have you fixed your dog yet?
Have I what?
Have you fixed your dog yet?
No, we haven't.
I think when we got our dogs, they were already fixed.
Ours isn't. Well, we'll probably end up getting her fixed. Well, we didn't get the other 2 fixed, but when female dogs are a different story.
Oh, Dylan, did you kill Hanbei with the Immortal Blade yet?
Which one's Hanbei?
He's the undying dude who wants to die.
No, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's how you kill him.
I think you got hot sauce in my eye.
Okay, I'm really getting the deflect shit with this. It seems really easy so far.
It's pretty easy. You just sort of have to like, you have to recognize when an attack is coming. It's pretty
Also,
it's
you
pretty...
can keep your guard up and then tap R2 really quickly to deflect.
Oh, I'm just right clicking.
R2.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about in terms of the mouse. It's right.
You actually want to constantly block because your posture will actually regenerate quicker when you're blocking. It's literally the opposite of shields and Dark Souls.
Off top of that, I kind of wish someone would make a real successor to the Sly Cooper game. I think that'd be a good idea.
I just wish they would make more Sly Cooper game.
Sly
Give it
Cooper.
Sucker Punch for fuck's sake.
Sly Cooper, nah, son.
But they're too busy making Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Dude, I haven't played a single Sucker Punch game since like Sly Cooper 3. I haven't even touched it.
You should, they're great.
That's what I hear.
They're super fucking fun.
I'm pretty sure Sly Cooper 4 kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't like it very much. There's something that was really wrong about it that just didn't have the same feeling that like 2 and 3 had.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm not looking forward to that then.
Have you not played 4 yet?
No.
It's like literally they just like took the gameplay for like 2 and 3 and they slapped it on there, but it just doesn't have the soul that 2 and 3 did.
I don't even like 3 that much.
I love 3.
I really like Dark Souls 3. I like how colorful it is.
I think 2 was probably my favorite Sly Cooper game though.
Same. I think 2 is everybody's favorite. Either that or the first one.
You see, I like the first one, but there's too much like dumb bullshit in it to make me like say it's the best one.
What's this fucking little goblin nigga under this bridge?
Oh, those are the rats.
Really love the voice acting in the second game, the third game too.
There's a character later on who will get shit for killing them. The Tengu of Ashina.
Well, I just killed one.
Yeah, I mean they're also hostile, so you gotta kill them anyway.
Also,
'cause if they see
those fucking those Tengu niggas are fucking insane.
Oh, I just thought of a good idea. A Sly Cooper mod for Sekiro.
You know what? That's not a bad idea.
I was thinking about it.
Or even, wait, I have an even better idea. Can people mod MGS3? Or
I know that they've ripped the MGSV models out for 4. No, not 4, but 5.
well, maybe they can make a Sly Cooper mod for 5. That'd be really cool. Or even better, they make a mod. They make a Sly Cooper mod for new Hitman games. Or maybe they're wrong.
I don't really know. My dude, I've never really played Sly Cooper.
Did you not grow up with Did you not grow up with PS2?
I mean, I did. It wasn't Sly Cooper. I was. I can't remember what I played for PS2 because I mostly played the N64 and the PlayStation 1.
Alright, well.
I'm gonna be honest, Juice. Most people didn't grow up playing Sly Cooper.
Sad.
That is sad.
I think Nolan.
He is not wrong.
I think Nolan for Pizza Party podcast really likes Sly Cooper. Though he's a gay furry, so.
And on that note, all right. So that is it. I'm gonna end the stream here because I've run out of people to play against, and I already unlocked Kumar or Satoris, so I don't have to fucking play this event anymore. All right, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is actually a lot of fun playing against the Arcana deck. I don't normally like the theme deck, so actually having to strategize against one was pretty neat. But anyway, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Support me on Patreon and Ko-fi, blah 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 blah. By the time this comes out, it's more of my binge watch videos should be out as well. So check those out. I'll be doing the ones that should be out by now should be JoJo and Beast Morphers. I'll also be doing Gridman and Ryu Soldier. So look for those. But anyway, yeah. Bye.